Yeah, pre-season testing Valencia done, our third time here. It's always nice to be here at the start of a season. You know, the white piece of paper is empty, and you know, it's just building on what we've learned. And it was basically a dress rehearsal for us to be as prepared as possible coming into the first race. So no, it went very well for us. We went through our run plans, what we wanted to do, what we achieved to do. We ticked all the boxes, and cars are in the best shape possible to start the season in a good way. Yeah, lessons learned from Valencia. Obviously, it's focusing on the racing format again. Yeah, we're a small group of guys and girls, and it's optimizing how we work together. It's we're very limited, so you have to, everybody has to double up a little bit, and it's lessons learned from 3 months off. Obviously, a little bit of rust creeps in, and it's just refining it and making sure we're all, sorted and in every area ready for the first race. There's nothing huge. We had our plan, and that's what we stuck to, and we've been practicing it back at home. But it's always good to do the real thing, and like I say, it's a dress rehearsal for the first race in Saudi. So now we go into our preparation stage for the first race. So team will get back. Obviously, we'll analyse the data, what we've learned or gathered over the 3 days of running in Valencia. But the big emphasis is obviously preparation for Saudi. So the drivers will get to Weissach. They'll do a bit of correlation for Valencia, and in the same time we'll do our initial runs for Saudi on the sim. Have a bit of a week in between, regather, assess where we're going, what we learned, and then get back for the 2 weeks before to really concentrate on the sim work for Saudi. So it's busy times. It's Christmas in between. It obviously focus is full focus on the first race, and everybody's pushing in the right direction, positive mood, so it's good. Yes, so we've seen some big changes on the sporting regulations, especially for the qualifying and the race. We've practiced those in Valencia, and as a team we're quite happy with the changes made. I think we'll see a much fairer qualifying format, and end of the day have the fastest drivers starting the race where they deserve to start, which is good on the sporting front. And and going into the race, we've seen the energy reduction being replaced by extra time, and I think, to be honest, this is even fairer way of doing it. If you could rewrite the rules, this is probably what you'd write in. So it's definitely gone in the right direction, and come the end of the year, you'll see the best driver and the best teams going for the championship. And end of the day, that's what we all want. So it's positive move, and we support that move. No, the team's goal for season 8 is clear. We want to get our first official win, obviously, and build on that, and go for the championship. We've built a really solid base. We've learned a lot, especially in season 7, and the hard way of learning. But this makes you stronger as a team, and it's character building. And we've got a really solid base now. And we just thought we're going to work on that, and like we say, we know we can win a race, but we need to do it officially and step by step. And I know we've got the chemistry. We just need to put it all together and go for the championship.
Yeah, the test was good. Very important to be back on the track, as we don't have any more private testing days in the off season. So every kilometer counted, and we gathered a lot of data. Always focused to make the car faster, and confirm the evolutions we have in the car from last year to this year. They're small. It's mostly just software and car setup because the hardware is frozen. And a lot of data to collect that we collected and to analyze for the race. And Diriyah is next. Lessons learned is always a bit tricky here in Valencia because it's not very representative to what a typical Formula E track looks like. But we always try to optimize everything and we had some lessons learned from our last season that we found some more answers, and here we translated them in new setups and got some more data out of it. So this is what we are obviously analyzing after the test, because it takes more time. We saw that we are competitive, so that the car runs well. So the basics are there, and but again, yeah, it's not a typical Formula E track, and we will see. But every gain we find here is something that will be useful also for the future. Yeah, so first of all, go home, and then I'll have some more sim sessions to correlate what we have done here, and then it's time for a bit of Christmas and New Year's time off. But you're already with your mind focused on the race in Diriyah. Even though it's the holidays, I'll be training a lot and being with my focus fully in Diriyah. Yeah, then there will be a sim prep for the race in Diriyah, which will be probably quite intense because yeah, you want to arrive at the first race fully prepared with all what we've learned here as well, with the new setups. So it'll be quite busy, and then yeah, for sure it's quite a marathon from then on. Yes, very positive. I think the new qualifying format is definitely something that will bring in more consistency. So the first qualifying group will be divided in two groups, and the first four of each group will go into duels, starting with quarterfinals, semifinals, and then a final. And then the order will be defined like that. So this is definitely something interesting and new for everyone to challenge. And the new power modes in the race also super cool. I think yeah, for drivers more power is better, and that will also introduce a bit more tire management in hot places, because yeah, more power on the rear axle will bring out more difficulty with traction. So we need to adjust the car with that. And yeah, last but not least, also the race format definitely interesting as well, and makes more sense to use all the available energy in the battery by extending the race. So this is also definitely something that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, the expectations are always high. You know, I came to this team to win in Formula E, and we got close a few times, second places, and last year the team, or in season 7, the team almost had a win with Pascal. So we're getting definitely closer. So the third season will be very important. We grew in this championship, so now it's time to win, and I think we're putting all the pieces together to do that, and I think we have a good package. So yeah, we just have to be on our A game and fight for it at every moment in the championship, be consistent, and score a lot of points, and hopefully be in contention to win the championship at the end of the season.
Testing days in Valencia are done, so good to be back in the car. Good to have the chance to try out all the new things, new regulations, new formats, new qualifying format especially. So yeah, many data collected. Now we have a couple of weeks time to analyze. We need to look deep into it, learn from it, and improve. And we are all looking forward to the first race in Riyadh end of January. I think the most important lessons learned are understanding everything. Obviously, there are a couple of changes. So, you know, you don't want to arrive at the first races and get caught by surprise by anything. So, yeah, we've had the chance to do a race simulation here. We had the chance to do a qualifying simulation here. So, yeah, still obviously we're trying to improve, to practice everything in the simulator again, and to be ready then. Like I said, we need to prepare for each situation which could come up, and yeah, I think we are in a quite a good position. Yeah, so the next couple of days obviously is the time to analyze what happened at the test. Like I said, we had 3 days of testing, so lots of data to look at, create new ideas, and yeah, obviously simulator. So will be, I would say, a busy couple of weeks, and also obviously then around Christmas and New Year, some quiet couple of days. So I'm looking forward to next year, you know, when everything gets more intense again, beginning of January, and yeah, then going to Riyadh and feel that, yeah, feeling again, you know, that exciting feeling just before you go to racing. Looking forward to that. I think it's been very good changes, especially the qualifying. It's more fair for every driver. I also think that now you won't see 15 or 18 drivers yeah, still be in the championship hunt at the last weekend. So I think it will be decided much earlier which drivers are the favorite ones and which teams. So I think it's just overall more fair. Also, the changes for the races, I think, is very positive. It's more clear. It's probably easier. You know, the cars, they won't yeah, stop, for example, like we've seen in Valencia last year at the races, or at one race, and but still having energy left in the car. So that's difficult to explain the spectators, obviously. So I think now with the extension of the race time, it makes more sense, and yeah, it's a positive change. Yeah, my expectations. Obviously, I always want to win. I'm very ambitious, and I always want to perform at my best level and still get obviously better and better. I think we have a lot of potential. I think we have a good package, and I also think if we yeah, overall improve obviously here and there, we are in a very good position to fight for wins and the championship, and that's our target. We want to get better overall, from race to race. We want to learn, to understand, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the season. Obviously, the second season with the same team is always easier because you already know each other. You have the experience from last season, and I'm really looking forward to, yeah, to build on that, and to build on especially the progress we have made last year in the second half of the season. So yeah, can't wait until the lights go green again.